Why are you like the main one, the main face? Hey, I'm your boss, like the main. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, we have a special guest, Mr. Anthony Lloyd. And for today, we're gonna be talking about our Camp EDC experience. Hashtag Camp EDC.
So I've been going to festivals since 2011, so I have a pretty decent amount of experience going to them. Not saying like I'm the know-all, see-all or anything like that, but I do know a lot about this festival, and I know a lot about the pros and cons and the things that they've gone through over the years. So I really want to share that with you, and I'm not going to bullshit you guys. This might come off as a little bit biased, but from my experiences, I'm all in on the camping experience, specifically for RV camping, and you'll figure out why later in the video. I just wanted to throw that out there ahead of time so you guys know where I'm coming from, but I'm pretty much all in on that experience. EDC is great all around, but like I said, I'm all in on that. I think it's the best way to do it. I won't say it's the only way to do it because it is a great festival and the camping experience is amazing as a whole, but RV's got a leg up on everybody.
So like for me, for example, this is like my first American music festival. EDM, like in general, I've never like heard it before because I love party and stuff like that. But then when I first met him, I think that's how I learned about EDM. And then at first I'm like, oh, I like it. It looks, you know, it sounds cool and stuff like that. But then after my EDC experience, I'm like, oh my god, I'm a fan now of techno or like EDM. Yeah. It's a really nice experience.
So it's one of those things where I personally believe that you need to go for the music. Don't go to do drugs. And, you know, I mean, it's fun to party and whatever, but my core belief is that that's why you got to go there. I mean, I feel like if you don't listen to EDM outside of the festival and you just go there to get messed up, I don't think that it's for you. And for me to be able to take her, and we actually took my dad to Camp EDC this year, who loved it and is already getting tickets for 2020. No joke. He loved it so much that he's already getting tickets for next year. It was an amazing experience to be able to provide that for them because I'm used to going with a crew of people that have years and years of experience and listen to the music every day when they're driving to work or whatever it may be. So it was a nice change for me, and to be able to introduce them to it and to see them love it so much, it was so rewarding.
Yep, and then also just be talking about the Camp EDC experience. At the mesa, they have a lot of food options. Either you're vegetarian or if like you're on a diet, if you're in a certain deficit, there's like a lot of whole options. There's like smoothies, like healthy smoothies. Oh, there's also farmers market to, you know, just to mention that. A lot of just options to choose from. You'll never get hungry.
And we understand that like not everybody that goes on vacation goes and purges and eats all the worst foods that you can eat and enjoy that. So one of the perks of going to Camp EDC is being able to grocery shop and bring in any of the foods that you want, as long as it's not in glass, of course. But we stocked, since we did the RV option, we stocked the fridge full of fresh fruit. We had parfaits, fruit smoothies.
Yeah, I brought rice. I don't want to be like spending a lot of time just cooking rice, so when we went to Walmart, I found this like microwavable rice. I don't know if it's healthy, but you know, it's just like 3 days, so I think I'll be good. But it's like super nice to have an RV and all that stuff that you can have whatever you need and you can still feel like you're at home.
And if you like to tailgate and grill and you feel like you're one of those grill masters or something like that, it's nice to be able to bring in a grill and throw some burgers, steaks, hot dogs, whatever it may be on the grill and get that going for you and your friends and even your neighbors. That's a nice gesture.
And just to add, I just want to say how amazing the EDC community are. They are super helpful. For example, like our neighbors, they're so cool that they give even a candy to your dad and says that dad next door.
Yeah, it's a really cool experience. Like, so Both years that I've gone, everyone has been amazing. We haven't come across any problems or any jerks or anything like that. It's a really tight-knit community, and everyone just helps each other out, trades candy with each other, has an amazing time. I mean, our neighbors last year were fantastic. Like, they came over pretty much every day. When we woke up, they were knocking on our RV door and they were coming in and hanging out with us, and we were listening to techno and shit. And
Nobody listens to techno.
but we would throw on some tech house and have little RV raves and stuff like that. So it was a really good time, definitely.
Like, for real, what is the biggest improvement that you see that they did this 2019 compared from last year or from 2018 EDC?
Yeah, so at least for the RVs, 1,000 gajillion chameleon percent was getting into the festival, because last year we waited, I think 8 hours, and we missed the pre-party on Thursday night and weren't able to get in, and we ended up throwing like an RV rave in our RV and getting out and walking around, like meeting people in line and stuff, which was cool, but the whole purpose was to get in, get our camp set up, and go to the pre-party and things like that. So we ended up having to miss that, but we came in this year, and I think there may have been 3 campers in front of us at the most, which didn't take long at all. There was no bullshit. The security was super cool with us when coming in. And as long as you're compliant with them and everything, it goes very, very smoothly. And thank you so much for fixing that, because that was one of our biggest things from last year. And I'm super, super happy that that got fixed. Another thing was, I don't know if this is new or not, but I think they added text messaging when you needed to get your RV pumped or get water. Because I remember last year we were sitting outside the RV, and we were literally, we parked our chairs out in front of the RV and sat there on the corner waiting for the water trucks to come around, because we ended up running out of water and people wanted to get showers and stuff, and not all of us wanted to shower in the showers that were provided. Not saying anything's wrong with them or anything like that, but it was just a personal preference, and we didn't have anything to wash our dishes because we were making breakfast. So yeah, that's another thing. There was a text message system that that you could text EDC and let them know where you're at, and tell them that you're looking for their services and things like that, and that was very, very helpful. And one of the other things that I noticed was that there was so much more organization. It seemed like they just had everything together, and everything was really, really organized. We didn't really have any problems with anything. I mean, with ground control all over the place, and of course all their pre-planning, it was amazing. Like, I really can't say anything bad about it, because we had such a great time, and I feel like everything was just put together so nicely. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I swear to God when I say this, like, I really truly believe that they did such an amazing job, and I cannot wait to go again next year. And this is after me saying that I'm done. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm about to be done festivals, and I went to Camp EDC the first year, and after that I was like, well, damn, I gotta go again. And everything that we didn't like from the first year, which wasn't that many things, was fixed. And this year I'm like, well, this was supposed to be my last one, and now I want to go to 2020, like, for 100% I want to go again. So they really, really did a good job, and
they listened to your feedback.
Yeah, they listen to everybody's feedback. They really take it to heart, and they actually listen when they ask you guys what you loved and what you didn't love, and when they send out surveys and stuff like that, they really, really do take it to heart and listen. I really think they did a great job. That being said, I understand that not everybody can be pleased, so I know not everybody had the amazing experience both times that I had, but I mean, it is what it is. There's going to be those outliers, there's going to be those people that just aren't happy, but overall, amazing. Definitely got to do it. Rest assured, it's fixed. So
and yeah, just to add, guys, like if he really had a bad experience last 2018, he would never recommend us doing the RV again this 2019, because as far I am concerned, like our experience was like really nice. He was like saying that, okay, so guys, be ready, we're gonna be like in line for like 8 hours because this is what happened last year. So we bought like our foods and stuff like that. We're like so ready about, you know, we were like about to have a lit party in our RV while in line. But then when we got there, it's like only 2 or 3 RVs in front of us, and then after like 30 minutes, and then the security also friendly, which was like really super nice experience. And also everyone is just super helpful and willing to help. That is what I noticed. That's why you better really go camping, and or else you're missing out.
Yeah, we were literally sitting there. We stopped and got barbecue and stopped and what did you get?
Asian food.
She got Asian food, of course. But yeah, we all had our food in there. We're sitting there eating. But then I look and I'm like, wait, there's only like 3 RVs in front of us. This is not gonna take long at all. We're gonna get right through. And we all had our road sodas. You know, we all poured mixed drinks and stuff. We ended up, since you're not supposed to have glass inside, we ended up getting champagne, and we're like, oh, we're gonna go through this bottle in line because we're gonna be in line for a couple hours at least. So we figured that we'd get through it all, and I don't even think we ended up having to chug the rest of the bottle because literally we had to chug the rest of the bottle because it was sitting there and we couldn't get through it in time before we even got in the festival. So it was amazing. Like hands down to you guys. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
So we're all talking about how good was our experience, but then every time that there's these big activities, there will always be pros and cons. So this is what we experienced, and we just want to share you guys the pros and cons so you'll know what to expect, what not to expect. So what we noticed is that if you just purchase the regular EDC ticket, once you leave the festival, you cannot get in again. For example, just for an example, you forgot your ID and you're like, oh my god, I cannot, you know, I cannot enter, or I cannot drink, and I want to drink. And then once you get out, you're out. You cannot re-entry. But then if you're a camper, you can always just go back to your RV, or you can always go back to your shift pad and get your ID or get your money or whatever it is, and then re-entry the festival. But that is like a really big privilege. Just for an example, during the EDC LV 2019, the weather is not that good. I mean, it's not like raining or whatever, but the wind is super strong, and of course it is like Friday, and then it's like, oh, it's the first day of the festival and you want to look cute, be on your festival outfit and stuff like that. And then at the middle of the night, or maybe the ending of the night, you're like, oh, I'm freezing, I need jacket, and then everything is sold out at the general merchandise or whatever. And then you're gonna be like, okay, I'm just getting my own jacket, and then you just have to walk back for like 15 to 20 minutes and then be there again at the festival for like 10 minutes. You know, it's like really convenient to have this privilege to be a camper and do in and outs in the festival.
Yeah, I really can't stress enough how cool this is, because last year, for a perfect example, MK was playing super early. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was around 5:30, and usually we don't go into the festival that early. But I went in my pool gear, my flip-flops, walked straight into the speedway, and I was there watching his set. And as soon as the set was over, we walked back out, went back to camp, and then I changed into my festival outfit and was able to re-enter, which is awesome. No one from the Strip has that privilege. So you got to think about how important that is. You could forget anything. It could be something small, it could be something big. But regardless of whatever it is, if you're a camper, you can go out and get it. And to get back in, honestly, it doesn't take that long at all. So you really need to think about that when purchasing hotel accommodations on the Strip or purchasing a Camp EDC pass. So the second biggest pro that I see since I've stayed on the Strip and that I've done Camp EDC for a couple years is no shuttles. You don't have that shuttle ride into the speedway. You don't have to deal with traffic. You don't have to pay for the shuttle pass. So when you're looking at the prices, comparing one to the other, that extra $100, you just take that off. You don't have to deal with Ubers or taxis or anything like that. So it is amazing. You can just walk straight from wherever you're staying, whether it's the tent or an RV, and walk straight to the festival. I'm telling you, the feeling to be able to walk back and forth, in and out, and do that quick is amazing. especially after doing so many years from the Strip. I don't want to be negative about it or anything, but I've had some experiences with long wait times, and I understand everybody's thought process behind that and your experiences as well. And it's just not that fun when you go wait in line and then you have to drive to the festival and your favorite DJ or a DJ that you really want to see is starting early and you have to miss them, which I've missed several sets because of this process. So, and another thing to add with not having to take the shuttles is after EDC, you know it's a mad dash, it's a race. You have to leave early and miss sets just to be able to get into the shuttle and make sure that there's no lines or anything like that. Trust me, I've been there, done that. I know how long the lines get. You're tired as hell from dancing all night and you want to get back to your hotel. One of the biggest things with this is you don't have to worry about rushing back to the hotel. You don't have to worry about leaving early and all those long lines. You can just walk straight back to your RV or your tent and you're there. That's it. You're not far at all. It's literally like a 10-minute walk at the most and you're back. So all that extra BS is cut out. That is actually one reason why I kept coming back to EDC. After they announced camping in 2017 for the following year, I was like, man, I gotta try this. Because originally I was like, I don't really want to do the shuttles again. Because I'm always stressing about being able to see who I want to see. You know, you have these good intentions and you want to get there early, but you're at your hotel and you and your friends start pre-gaming and you got the ladies taking a couple hours to do their makeup and put their jewels on and glitter themselves and yada yada, and you end up being a couple hours behind every time. And whether it's your fault or the shuttles or whatever it may be, you have all that in between. You get to cut out the middleman and the bullshit and you get to walk straight into the festival. So you got to think about that, and I think it is such a great perk of Camp EDC.
It's true. So since we're talking about the pros, I would say that my most favorite tent inside the camp will be the salon,
because they offer a lot of services, so this is really great, especially if you're tired from that night and still want to look cute.
So it's really nice that they have the salon where people can do your hair or like your makeup or put glitters on you. And also, the salon is not only for the girls, they also offer like free barbers.
Yeah, well, we live on an island where you never know if the barber's gonna show up that day or not. So I went down to the barber shop the day before we were supposed to leave, and the closed sign was on, and I was like, is this guy really there? Well, we saw him inside, but it said closed. So we ended up knocking on the door and he was there, luckily. But if you get in that situation where you can't get your hair cut or your barber's a shithead, then you can get your hair cut at EDC at the barber.
Yeah, I get so excited about this salon, but there's still a lot of activities and the services that they offer. So just for an example, they also do like people wash. How do they call that?
They have a car wash, but for people.
Oh yeah,
it's like so if your dirty ass has been roaming around EDC for a couple of days and you haven't had a shower, hit the car wash and get foamed up. And they got a lot of suds rolling there for you.
Yeah.
But no, it's really like it almost looks like a foam party. You can go through and have a good time, and it's set up like a car wash, and I saw a couple people going through it, but it was a little cold for me to get wet, so I decided not to.
So the other activities that you can also do are the Ferris wheel and the long ride. Plus also, they offer roller skate, which is everything are for free, but you just have to wait in line. That's all.
Yeah, and then they also have like goat yoga, which is one of the most popular things at EDC here at Camp EDC, but I don't understand it because from my perspective, everybody's trying to relax into yoga and there's goats jumping on your back. I just don't get it. But everyone loves the goat yoga, and you know, I want to pet the goats, but I don't want to yoga with the goats.
Well, that's true.
But goat yoga is a great idea, and everybody loves it. So that's something that you can go and get pictures with the goats and things like that. It's super cool. And those aren't all the activities that they have to do. It's just some of the ones that we picked out to talk about. Did you say the log flume?
Yeah.
Okay, she already mentioned that one, but there's other things that you can do. That's not it. You got to look at their list on their website. Every year it's evolving and changing, so just make sure that you do your research and look ahead, and there's always something to do. There's way too much to do. You definitely won't be able to do it all, and I'm not saying that in a bad way at all. There's so much to do that you'll be so lost in everything in the moment and having such a good time that you won't be able to do it all, so you got to pick and choose. So the fourth thing on our list is the after and pool parties. So for all of you guys that stay on the strip and are like, oh, I'm gonna miss the parties, I'm not gonna be able to see this person or go to this pool party on the weekend. First off, I don't know how you do that on the strip and go to the pool parties there and then still make it to EDC somehow when you have to get ready and ride the shuttle and all of that. I don't know how you do all that, but at least at Camp EDC, after the festival, if you're not done partying yet, you can go see the exclusive after parties and you can take a towel, lay in the grass, relax, and it is amazing, I promise you. We saw a Cascade this year.
Yeah, that everyone was like, oh my god, I just went to EDC just to see Cascade. I mean, that's me. But then we were like so lucky that we are a camper that can still see and watch Cascade playing the rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously if we weren't campers, we wouldn't have been able to see Cascade this year, and that's really important to us because that's something that we bond over, or that's a DJ that we bond over. We love his music. So being able to see him at the after party was amazing. Since the whole wind thing happened in the festival and he was canceled, which is unfortunate, but there's nothing they can do about that. But we were lucky enough to be campers and we got to see that. So there are so many perks with being able to go to these after parties, especially if you're one of those that's not done partying yet once the festival lets out.
Yeah.
Which usually that's me. After I'm done, I like to go hang out and just chill out for a while before being able to go back to the RV. And then on top of that, you have the pool parties, which I believe from what I saw, there was about a 4-hour gap. It's typically from 9 to 1. 4 hours. Sorry, I had to do my math there real quick. Where it's just chilling, but then at 1 o'clock the pool parties start and you don't miss a beat. You always have DJs going and it's just such an amazing experience. I can't get over how amazing of a job they do and how much is going on, and there's always something to do. You're never missing out. It is so freaking amazing, guys. Like I can't get excited enough about this.
It's really good.
No,
that's all.
It's really freaking cool. And it's cool how they have the pools positioned there, and you can swim. You can swim in the pools. They're elevated above where the tent would be, where the stage is, and you can kind of like look down a little bit because the pools are there, and then it's kind of like a little empty grass area, and then the tent. So that grass and everything, where people sit down, or lay out, or people are standing watching the show. So a crowd will gather there, but like from anywhere you can see what's going on, and you can watch the DJs and enjoy the music. It's amazing. I can't say enough about it. I really can't.
It's the best ever. Like the best experience and the best value from your money that you can do.
Yeah, and you got to think about that stuff when you're paying for it. You got to look at it like, okay, so what do I get? Okay, I'm camping. All right, I have a place next to the stadium. Well, it costs the same as a hotel, or maybe a little more. But what are you getting? What value are you getting out of that? I mean, there's so many different things that they have going on, especially the fact that the shows are already built in. Like, you're getting free pool parties, so to speak. It's built into the price. You're getting these after parties that are built into the price. You're getting all these activities built into the price. You might have to wait in line for a couple minutes to get on the Ferris wheel, but all of these activities and roller skating, it's built into the price.
Yep.
So there's so much value there. You got to think about that when you're weighing the options of saying, oh, well, why would I sleep in a tent for this much money when I can sleep in a comfortable hotel? Well, why would I wait a couple hours to get into the festival when I can be right there and I'll be in there before you? I mean, why would I pay extra to see Cascade somewhere else when he comes and stays in Camp EDC and it's included in the price? You got to think like that. There's so much more value there than just sleeping there. You got to think about that kind of stuff.
Gotta think smarter. Think wise.
Don't have that.
So the next privilege about camping is that you get an exclusive merch, just like a regular EDC. So they sell stuff, like for example in the festival they will sell you merch like EDC shirts, like we have a model guy. But inside the camp they also have the merch store, which they sell Camp EDC. Wait, hold on, let me get my merch. Let me show it to them.
So I know a lot of y'all like to collect things that are exclusive to the festival, and getting the EDC hats and everything, collecting stuff like that. I know that's important to a lot of you, but even at Camp EDC there's exclusive things too, especially the Camp EDC merch, which if you're a collector, it's awesome to be able to have some of that stuff. So she's actually going to show you her shirt here, and I ended up getting a hoodie because of the weather this year, a zip up, but
it's kind of wrinkly. I was about to wear it, but then, you know, stuff happens. So here's the exclusive merch. It says here Camp EDC.
Show them the back.
And then at the back, which is really cool, is the lineups.
Yeah, it has the party schedule, the after parties and the pool parties, which is really cool. With that, I mean, I think it's awesome to be able to have. So earlier, how we talked about re-entry to the festival and everything, but another one of the perks of being at Camp EDC is being able to be first into the festival. See, for me, that's not that big of a deal, but a lot of people like to go in early and be able to be the first to see everything and get on social media and add all this stuff and yada yada. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I even believe that we were able to enter the festival before everyone else as campers. So that can be a perk to some people. The first day, I know Bill Nye was on stage and everything, and a lot of the festival was closed off, but I think after that they opened it up, and being able to be the first people into the festival is pretty cool. I mean, you can go around and see everything before the big crowds get in, figure out where everything's at, and plan everything with your squad and everything like that. So I think that's one of the perks as well.
As we mentioned earlier, doing this Camp EDC has a lot of privilege, and one of it, groceries. You save a lot of money. For example, you went to Walmart before entering the camp. You can do your groceries, you can buy your juices, your rice, your noodles, all carbs, hashtag Asians. And then, but also you can fry some eggs for breakfast. You know, if you really want to be healthy or just save money, the camping experience is like the best way to go.
I would say being able to shop is one of the biggest things if you're cost conscious, because you can buy all of your groceries and then you don't have to worry about paying for food at the grounds or inside or anything like that. You can just pretty much eat your own food all day. And if you shop at Walmart in Vegas, it's obviously going to be a lot cheaper than getting it from the vendors. Not saying that the prices were bad. When we looked at the prices this year, from alcohol to food, it actually wasn't that bad. And to add on to that, like I said, they had cases of beer that you could buy. So if you and your crew ran out of beer, I mean, it's a case a person for the weekend. I haven't had any problems with running out of alcohol or anything for the weekend on either year that we've gone. But if you are really heavy drinkers and you can suck through a case of Corona throughout the day, they have more of that for you. You can go get it at one of the stores there. And like I said, it was at a really reasonable price from what I remember. Same with the food, so it's really convenient that you can get all of that stuff there, and you don't have to worry about going out, or you don't have to worry about running out or trying to find other people to give you stuff or anything like that. It's really nice. I really think that being able to have your own groceries is a huge perk, money-wise, health-wise, and any direction you can really take it, it's worth it. Alright, so I hate to do this because I love this festival so much, but this is an honest review. So we do got to throw in some cons there, and whether the cons are for us or not, we know that everyone's different. We're making this video for you guys. We just want to make sure that we cover all of our bases, whether you're high maintenance, mid maintenance, low maintenance, like this, like that, whatever your preferences are, we want to make sure that everybody's happy and everybody knows the pros and cons of the festival.
So first and foremost, quiet camping.
So with the camping, there's an Air Force base close by, and after the festival, if you're trying to sleep, they can be a little loud combined with the music from the after parties going on until 9. I know that the tents were very close to the Mesa this year. I believe they were for the first year too, but the music is pretty loud. So I have seen complaints of people having trouble sleeping. If that's something that is going to bother you, that is something to think about. And I'm not saying that they're not going to fix that, because I'm sure that people have voiced their opinion and they're probably trying to work on that. But if that is a huge issue for you, that is really something to think about. I know it's a festival, but sleep to a lot of people is important. But if you're getting 5 hours of sleep when you're in the middle of a festival, I think you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Friday night 5 hours, Saturday night 5 hours, Sunday night 5 hours. I mean, this is not a lifetime of sleep, people. I mean, this is the weekend and you're here for a reason. Everybody's here to have a good time. So if you're worried about those little things, I mean...
Yeah, we even bought an earpods, but then we never really use it because we're really into the music and we're just enjoying it. But if you're a kind of person who's like a light of sleeper, I would suggest of bringing earplugs and the sleep mask.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's essential. I would just plan ahead for that. Even if you're sleeping in the RV, our RV was not too close to the mesa. The RVs are actually beyond the tents when it comes to being adjacent to the mesa.
That's why RVs are the best.
So, I mean, there were little vibrations, but for me, it's nothing that I can't sleep through, especially after a long night of dancing and things like that. I mean, it's been a long night, so I'm tired as hell. And for me, it's easy to get to sleep. I mean, we listen to music and stuff on YouTube while we sleep anyway, so I mean, for us, it's
normal.
Fine. Yeah, it's fine. But I really do recommend that you get earplugs, which are a couple dollars at Walmart. We picked up before we went in. Like she said, we didn't even use them. And a sleep mask as well.
So as I mentioned earlier, as much as I love the salon, but then sometimes it's kind of annoying or disappointing because there's like really long lines. So my tip for you guys is book a reservation ahead before really going to that certain day, because reservation is a big deal. You don't have to wait for long lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's not only that, it's the popular activities like the goat yoga. You can't really even get close to the tent unless you're one of the first people there. You got to show up early for sure. Like we came out of our RV and went to the mesa, and goat yoga had already been started. There was a huge crowd the whole way around that tent where the goat yoga was taking place. But from what I remember, I think they did it every day, so it gave more of a chance for everyone to be able to participate. And the same goes with sometimes with the rides, like the Ferris wheel and things like that. There's a line. I mean, if you don't mind waiting in line, that's fine.
So next is, we wish for next year to have more restroom at the mesa, because as we have experienced this EDC LV 2019 when we were at the mesa, we rarely find restroom, or if there is one, kind of far from the stage, you know. So whenever we need to go to the bathroom, we just always go back to the RV.
Yeah, maybe you might want to call us high maintenance or whatever, but I mean, there's restrooms, but when there's a stage there and that's the focus point and where everyone's gonna be, I expected restrooms to be like a step away, literally, like right around the corner. I expected there to be restrooms. So I mean, they're there, but they need more of them. And I heard some comments about there being long men's lines for the restrooms and things like that. So even if they could add some porta potties or something like that, but this isn't a big deal. It sounds like we may be nitpicking, but that's just how truly great Camp EDC is, because there's really not that much bad things to say. It just, we're trying to get recommendations out there to improve the experience for everyone next year.
That's right.
Some of the restrooms, they're like trailer pod type things. The peeing experience for men, if you're not in a stall, there's like a short amount of stalls, it's kind of awkward. So if there's any way to possibly get privacy, I think it might be a little bit better. Because from what I've been told, I asked around a little bit, and like she said, we mostly went in the RV and we used the secret bathroom. We use the secret bathrooms. Well, I'm not going to tell you where they are.
Yeah, this is why it's called secret.
Yeah, exactly. No, really, under the grandstands there's some bathrooms that they keep clean all the time. So I'm not going to keep that a secret. People know about it, but there's some nice bathrooms over there, and that's what I always use. But for these, I know the peeing experience for men can be a little awkward from what I've been told after asking around. And for you smokers out there, we all know that marijuana is legal in that area, right? They go by federal laws, so you cannot take marijuana into Camp EDC. Now you already know that you can't take it into EDC, the festival itself, but you also can't take it into Camp EDC. It's on the prohibited list. If they find marijuana in your suitcase or in your RV or anything, they're gonna toss it. I mean, that's a con for anyone that is into getting that kind of stuff in there, but the search is really lax. I hate to say that, but they were super chill about things. I'm not gonna go say like they're trying to get you in trouble and they're trying to do this. They know that you're not bad people. They know that like everyone's there for the experience and everyone's just there to have a good time. You're not bringing in weapons. You're not trying to hurt anyone. So they do a really good job with that, but it is on the prohibited list. So I posted a poll on Twitter asking what everyone wanted to learn about most when it comes to Camp EDC, and Camp EDC versus hotel was the main thing, in which I would say that we pretty much covered everything. We didn't go through exact prices, but I would say if you go through price, it's very comparable, and when it comes to value for money, Camp EDC takes the cake. And if you don't know where I'm coming from, we've talked about all these things, but once again, you have to factor in. Hotels on the Strip jack their prices up that weekend. You have to pay for the shuttle pass. The value of your time waiting for the shuttle and driving in the shuttle to get there and missing your favorite DJs, those are all important things. It's not just all about money, it's about your time. Time is more valuable than money, to be honest, because time is something that you can't get any more of. You think about what you're gonna do if you're not at Camp EDC, and typically from what I remember is after we get back so early in the morning. I mean, it's not just the 5:30 in the morning, it's after you get back and get in your hotel, finally fall asleep. I mean, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., and then you want to get some sleep and your day's wasted, and then suddenly you find yourself getting ready for EDC and pre-gaming and getting ready to go back out to the shuttle all over again. But what I've noticed from being at Camp EDC, you're there, so you have that time to go and go to the pool parties during the day and hang out. It doesn't mean that you have to go hard. You don't have to be like hammering drinks down and getting effed up all day. You can just go and chill. And you have the opportunity to go do all these things during the day. Like, who thought that they were gonna go out to Vegas and go roller skating during the day, or hit up goat yoga, or go on the log flume, or hit up the human car wash, or any of these things? Like, you have this opportunity to do all these special things during the day rather than screw off and lay around in your room and try to get yourself together before the next day of EDC. Trust me, it's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go back. It's because that downtime was wasted to me, but now it seems like it's so much more valuable when you're there and you have all these different things to do, and it's all these things that you never really expected to do, but it's so freaking cool with the EDC community.
I think Pasqua is like just a fucking mastermind.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, he's the best. Like, he brings the accommodation to you. He brings everything to you. The festival, the music, the fun and experience. It's like everything, like all package. I feel like I just want to ask something to Pasqua. Did you graduate like hospitality? You're like everything.
No, he's super caring and hospitable. It's super cool, and he's always looking for ways to innovate and make a better experience for everyone. If you've gone over the years, as you've seen, it's grown and getting better and better and better, and you never know which way to look because there's so much going on, and he is a mastermind at putting all of that together and cultivating this amazing experience, which is one reason why EDC has been my favorite festival. Just going in, once you walk into the stadium, it's like a whole nother world. And then,
that's true.
And then adding the camping experience, it's just... with that being said, obviously, we 20 out of 10 recommend Above and Beyond. It's way worth it. I promise you, and I can't say this enough. Do it. And I'm not endorsed by any way, she's not endorsed by any way by Insomniac or Pasquale or anything that they do, but we really feel this strongly about it that we had to get this message out to you and talk about our experience this year.
And that's all for today, guys. And if you're still watching this, thank you so much. And I hope you learned something, and I hope that we can see you next EDC. We're holding you for a little while, but because we want this video to be very informative and to give all of the information that everyone is asking about. And this is really the main reason why we made this video, because we saw a lot of people who wants to know this experience, and because we have this unforgettable experience, so we want to share it to you. And I hope if you learned something, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel.
Oh, thank you all. We just wanted to make sure that everybody got the full experience, all the knowledge that we have. We wanted to give it to you. We wanted to be the one-stop shop. So sorry the video was so long, but we hope you take your notes and really enjoyed the video, and we hope that you made the decision to see us at EDC 2020. Leave a comment, and as she said, follow and subscribe, and let's chat. Maybe we can make some candy for each other and meet up next year. All right.
Yeah. And also don't forget to follow Anthony on his Twitter. I'll link it below. So you guys, you know, we can see each other at EDC LB 2020. See you guys! Okay, we need to ride the spaceship. Let's go. Pasco is waiting for us outside. Let's go.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll see you guys. Pasquale, he's waiting for us. We gotta hit the spaceship. Let's go.
Bye!